We could ask the people if they've any head-to-head challenges.
Oh, good.
We'll think about that.
We are running, by the way.
Yeah. Hello, welcome to the first episode of BYTV. We are your two hosts for this week.
Yeah.
Matthew and James.
Hi.
James, tell the people, what is BYTV all about?
It is a podcast, only we're going to video because podcasts are too mainstream these days.
They are, so we're not even going to call ourselves a podcast.
No, we're BYTV.
We're BYTV. No one's asked for this. That's why we're giving you it.
Yeah.
And we thought who better to do it than James and I. So might be different guests next week. We'll probably never be able to guess who the guest in the future week will be.
No.
But here we are. James, we want a bit of interaction. I thought a good way to get to know you would be to kind of uncover some of your maybe unpopular opinions.
Okay.
So I want to hear some of your unpopular opinions. I'll share maybe some of my unpopular opinions. And then if anyone's watching this, we'd love to hear their unpopular opinions as well. So maybe people could comment below with their unpopular opinions. James, do you have any unpopular opinions?
How many do you want?
We'll start with one and we'll see how it goes.
Just one? Well, big throwback here, but pineapple on pizza, it is a good thing.
Pineapple on pizza is a good thing. That shouldn't be unpopular, but it probably is unpopular because there's such a movement that says pineapple on pizza is a terrible thing.
Yeah.
I would agree that pineapple on pizza is a terrible thing.
Oh, you're wrong.
What's the weirdest pizza topping you've ever seen?
Oh, did I see, was it mackerel or something? I remember seeing someone put on pizza.
Mackerel on pizza. That's just wrong on all levels.
It is.
My unpopular opinion is also food related. So I think ice cream is so overrated. I don't think ice cream's good at all.
I can actually agree with that one.
Do you agree with that one?
Yeah.
Ice cream. It's too cold.
Yeah.
It's just like milk. It's just kind of milk. What do you think? Ice cream overrated?
I just bought an ice cream maker last week. So
Matthew just bought an ice cream maker last week.
I have a vested interest in how good ice cream is.
We've lost an intern who's been offended. What is your unpopular opinion? We want to hear it. Do you have any other unpopular opinions?
Well, on the topic of ice cream,
Yep.
vanilla would be the one I would go for.
You would go for vanilla?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's not unpopular.
I don't know if that's unpopular. Is that
Yeah.
unpopular? I'd
I
go for
thought-
chocolate.
I think people would go for a flavoured ice cream over. Like if you go to the likes of Nugelato up in...
Nugelato. That's unpopular because I think it's called Nugelato.
Oh, could be. But then
Nugelato.
again,
See, you call Nutella Nutella? Do you one
No.
of those guys?
No.
Okay, that's okay.
I don't like Nutella though.
What is your unpopular opinion? We want to hear it, and we'll see if anyone agrees with you. Okay. Second part of the segment. This is going to be my favourite part of BYTV. It's time for James, the summer segment.
So this is the next segment of our BYTV, is our summer segment. We're going to have a bit of updates and maybe what's happening over the summer and what's going to be happening coming up to the summer. And yeah, Matthew, do you want to explain what?
Yeah, big week this
Yeah.
week because we made the announcements as to what's happening in the summer. Obviously, COVID has put things up in the air, but we have released our buy teams, which you can apply to go on this summer. Buy teams, great opportunity just to go with a group of young people to a different church, assist that church in a week of evangelism, get to know different young people from different churches, and also to evangelise and spread the gospel. James, you're leading one of the teams?
Yeah.
What team are you leading?
Donnamana, I think I said.
Donnamana. Do you know how to spell Donnamana?
No.
I think Donnamana is one of those places where there's multiple spellings of Donnamana.
I hear there's like each road sign doesn't actually have the same spelling.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like you can spell it, I would spell it Donemana, but I think there's like a way where you can spell it with G's and H's and all.
Oh.
Pretty mad. If you're from Donnamana, let us know what is the
Yeah.
official spelling of Donnamana. Are you looking forward to the Donnamana team?
I am. Yeah.
Buzzing?
Yeah, buzzing.
Have you ever been to Donnamana before?
I've never been in Donnamana. I've never actually done a buy team before.
He's never
either.
done a buy team. It's his
So-
first time. First time doing a buy team. Well, that just shows you. If you're thinking about doing a buy team, never done one before, don't let that put you off because James is leading the buy team at Donnamana and he's never done a buy team before.
Yeah. Pray.
So that'll be great. Pray for him. So, how do you apply for a buy team, James? Where do you have to go?
Go to Baptist Youth website.
beyouth.org. You'll see a little camps and teams tab. Click on buy teams and apply for a team. So that's buy teams. Obviously, we normally do camps as well, but camps this year aren't happening in their traditional form. But there are options for you. The Illuminate Roadshow is going to be a week of regional events for young people. Check that out. And also, we're going to do kids' regional events as well. If you'd like to help out with that, again, you'll find them on the Baptist Youth website.
So Matt, it's this thought for the week.
Yes, thought for the week. We're going to release this as part of our BYTV every week.
Yeah.
Hopefully a thought from the Bible to encourage you as you think about your week ahead. So today we're going to look at Hebrews chapter 3. This is a passage we looked at with the interns today, James, and a bit of a strange chapter, kind of a difficult chapter to read at first, but let me read just a few verses from chapter 3 verse 7. It says, "Therefore, as the Holy Spirit says, today if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as in the rebellion on the day of testing in the wilderness, where your fathers put me to the test and saw my works for 40 years. Therefore I was provoked with that generation and said, they always go astray in their heart, they have not known my ways. As I swore in my wrath, they shall not enter my rest. Take care, brothers, lest there be in any of you an evil, unbelieving heart, leading you to fall away from the living God. But exhort one another every day, as long as it is called today, that none of you may be hardened by the deceitfulness of sin." Bit of a strange passage, actually, James. Hebrews 3. Why is it relevant for us this week? Well, we're in that season where we're thinking about coming back to church, regathering physically. And for many of us, there's probably that temptation, isn't there, that we kind of think, oh, online church has been quite good, you know, I've been able to sit at home, maybe in my pajamas with my slippers on, with my cup of tea, and just tune in from my sofa. And there's maybe a temptation for all of us just to think, well, I'd love to keep doing that. But the author of Hebrews here in chapter 3 actually shows us why that's not really an option, why we need to really get together as God's people. He talks there about the wilderness generation, the generation in Exodus. You might remember that story where God's people were led out of slavery in Egypt. They saw God do amazing things. He split the Red Sea for them. He sent plague after plague to the people of Egypt and ultimately freed them and led them to the promised land. But many of that generation, we're told there, fell into unbelief. Even though they'd seen God do amazing things, they fell into habits of unbelief and fell away from the living God. And actually what the author of Hebrews says there is that's a real possibility for all of us who are associated with church, who know the Bible, who understand the gospel. There's a possibility, a tendency, or a real danger is probably a better word, that we could fall away as well and find ourselves not persevering in the Christian faith. And actually the way he says to protect ourselves from doing that is quite surprising. He says really in verse 12, 13 and 14, exhort one another daily. In other words, encourage each other daily, every single day, which is quite a surprising thing. It's probably not what we expect the author of Hebrews to say. We maybe expect him to say, I don't know, pray more,
harder, yeah.
Pray harder, read your Bible more. Yeah. But he says exhort one another daily. And so that's an encouragement. We want to be in the business of encouraging one another, and it's why community is so important. So there's our thought for the week.
Yeah.
Get plugged into church. It's something that will help us in our spiritual journey.
Yeah.
But James, what is next in BYTV?
It's a good question. What is next? Ooh. Tune Along Challenge, man.
Oh, the Tune Along Challenge. Tune is in CHOON.
Yeah, tune.
Tune Along Challenge. What on earth is the Tune Along Challenge?
Well, I believe the Tune Along Challenge is whenever you sing the lyrics of one song to the music of another song.
Oh, I get you. So you sing the lyrics of one song to the tune of another song. It's quite confusing, quite complex.
Yes.
So I'll go first.
Thank
We'll
goodness.
maybe have one. Thank goodness you have one prepared. No,
I didn't prepare one for this week.
Well,
no.
to say that I'm prepared is maybe a bit of an overstatement. But Tune Along Challenge. So I'm going to sing a song. There's two songs involved here. So one is the lyrics that I'm singing, and one is the tune. So we want the people watching this to try and guess.
Yeah.
Don't we?
I would see who gets the closest guess.
Who gets the clue? You don't think people actually get the answer?
No chance.
No chance.
No. I've heard your singing.
So we're looking for two songs. The song. The lyrics of the song that I'm singing, and also the tune that I'm singing. So you need to give us two songs in the comments, both the song and the artist. That's quite a lot I'm asking for up here, but whoever wins gets first. We'll maybe give them a prize.
Yeah, we'll give them a shout out next week.
A shout out. What more of a prize do you want?
The good thing is you can't just have it this week.
You what?
You can't just have it.
You can't Shazam it. That's true. True. So there's no cheating in this quiz, right? Are you ready?
Yeah.
So here we go. Here's the lyrics of one song to the tune of another. You know you love me, I know you care. Just shout whenever and I'll be there. You are my love, you are my heart, and we will never ever be apart. I'm going to stop there, okay?
Okay.
Should I do it again?
Please no.
Do you think you know either of the songs?
No, but
Okay.
I think you might need to give them a wee refresh there. Just
Right, a refresh.
Yeah.
Here we go. You know you love me, I know you care. Just shout whenever and I'll be there. You are my love and you are my heart, and we will never ever be apart. The last sentence doesn't really fit, but
No.
I squeezed it in there because
Squeeze it in
I'm
there.
super gifted. So two songs. One of the songs is the lyrics. The other song is the tune. Do you know what both of those songs are? If so, drop it in the comments below. So like the artist of the lyrics that I was singing, the song of the lyrics I was singing, the artist of the tune I was singing, and the artist. No, the name of the song. I don't know. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That
Yeah,
makes sense?
Sure, yeah.
Great, sure.
Yeah.
Comment below and you might win a prize. You will win a prize.
Challenge for you.
Just depends what the prize is.
Prize is knowing
Yeah.
that you're better than everyone else.
Yeah, the prize is pride and a shout out.
Oh.
Do you think so you don't know any of the
No,
No, okay.
That's maybe.
you'll
maybe
be
too
better
young
than
for it.
James. You're not really into music though, James, are you?
No.
You're more into cars.
Yeah.
So we're just out of Easter.
Yep.
One thing that people associate Easter with that I hate, but people like you love,
Yes.
is going to the port.
Absolutely.
And well, I like going to the port, but you're the person I hate at the port.
Yeah.
Because what do you do at the port? Explain to the people what you do at the port.
Well, it depends. Like, I do a lot of things at the port, but you take the car up and you give a wee blip of the engine and you get the cars going and helping the emissions and all that there.
You give a wee blip of the engine. So if you're ever walking down Portshire Promenade and you see these Hallions
Yes.
revving their engine
Or up on the railings. There's a video of me last year up on the railings.
up on the railings, don't give too much of your criminal history away, James.
It's not criminal.
Up on the railings,
Fair enough, you're-
honking their horns, blasting classic FM, thinking they're class. James is one of those guys. Tell us why people do this.
It's a lifestyle. It's a way of life.
It's a way of life.
Yes. It's a bit of that.
Join the revolution.
Yes.
So if you're up Portshire, James is one of the people that we hate.
Actually, there's a video of me last year scoring cars on the side of the road.
Scoring cars.
Yeah, like
With your key?
scorecards.
Oh, okay, scorecards. So
Yes.
a rating out of 10.
Yeah.
What would you rate my car out of 10? Renault Megane?
Yeah.
Surely above a 5, above average.
For an 8-year-old car.
It's
Yeah, it's 2010. It's actually 11 years old. It's doing its 11 plus this year.
cheaper too.
If the get the go ahead. If it makes it.
We'll give it an 11 then. If it's doing
An 11 out of 10. There you are. You've heard it first. My Renault Megane's 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
Boom. Right, James. The last part of our show today. We're not actually going to do this part, but we're going to introduce this part for future weeks. That is the youth group spotlight.
Yes.
So you're probably watching this, you're maybe a part of a youth group, or maybe you're a youth pastor or a youth worker, and we would love you to send us a little video, giving us a little update on your youth group, maybe things that we can be praying for, things that are happening, things that are exciting, and we want to hear from it. So if you're part of a youth group, you're watching this, why not get in contact, send us a little video, and let other people become aware of what you're doing and how people can be praying for you. So that's episode 1, James.
Episode 1, over and out.
It's probably already just the best podcast on the internet,
I know.
but we're not a podcast
No.
because podcasts are too mainstream.
Yeah. BYTV.
Who should they expect next week? It won't be us next week.
Neither of us.
Well, I don't know. We'll see how the people
Aye.
vote to see who you want to host the podcast
Aye.
next week.
Yeah.
It could be me, James, Matthew Poston, or Caleb Kyle.
Just,
We'll take your feedback on board.
yeah.
But have a good week, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.